Hey guys, it's Jaylon. Welcome back. I'm here today to share with you the items that I have picked out for my plan to pan in 2024. This is going to be, of course, all makeup. And I did this for the first time last year in 2020. Well, this year right now, because I'm pretty sure this is going to go up at the end of December. And this was the first year that I did it. And I found it to be pretty successful, except for some lip products. But I overall felt really good about what I was able to accomplish. So I decided to do it again this year, and I added a little bit to some of the categories. So we'll see how I do with this. There's a lot of stuff here. So let me share with you all the items that I pulled in. I'm going to try to go in the order that I apply things, or that you might normally apply things to your face. I usually start with my eyes, but we're gonna change things up. I'm gonna start with primers. So for face primers, I have 4. Now, before I start, I do have some of these in projects now. You'll also see these in projects coming in 2024. So you'll definitely hear these repeated. And this is one item that's already in a project now. This is the Too Faced Hangover RX face primer. I love this primer, and I just recently purchased a backup of this, I think from the Sephora sale. So I do want to get this one out of my collection. I've had this one quite a while. I also have by It Cosmetics the number 50 Serum Anti-Aging Collagen Veil Primer. Full size, I'm pretty sure. Has 1 full fluid ounce. I also want to have so many of these little mini Smashbox primers. This is a deluxe size of the Photo Finish Foundation Primer in Light. So I want to get this one out. I have so many I need to get through of those. And then lastly, I pulled the Tatcha Liquid Silk Canvas. This is a deluxe size. It has a total of 10 grams. And yeah, I really do love this primer. I eventually want to get a full size of this, but not until I get my primer situation under control. Next, I'm going to do eye primers. I didn't do eye primers last year, but I do have a few I want to get through. Now, eye primers are a category that I have not purchased an eye primer, and I cannot tell you when. It's been so long, and I've just been slowly working through the primers in my collection. Once I get through the 3 that I have pulled into this project, I think I only have 2. So I'm excited to get through these. So the first 2, I actually have progress on both of these. The first one is by Smashbox. It's the 24-hour Photo Finish Shadow Primer. I think this is the one I have a duplicate of. I want to say I have 2 of these. Anyway, I want to finish this. It's very close. There's about that much left in there, but I do want to get that one out. Then the other one I actually have 2 of that I'm going to roll into this project. This is the Lorac Behind the Scenes Eye Primer. So this one's all rubbed off, but I am all the way down to here, maybe even further down than that. Well, about there. But I want to get both of these out of my collection because I got these when I got the Lorac Mega Palettes, and that was a long time ago. So yeah, those 3 primers I want to finish, and then I can buy whatever primer I want. What's y'all's favorite eye primer? I like this Smashbox one, and I do like the one from Urban Decay, but is there another one I don't know about that I need to know about? Please share down below. All right, next is foundations. Now there's a lot of foundations here. I think I have 6. So we'll see how I do with this. This one is maybe the most challenging. By Lancome, the Tint Idol Ultra Wear Makeup Stick in the shade Ivory. I've had this forever. I need to get it out. I don't really like stick foundations anymore. I used to way back in the day. This is pretty much 100% full. So I think this is going to be a struggle for me to finish because I really only would use this in the summer. And I think I'm going to have to be a little bit creative with it even then because my skin is so dry, and this is kind of not really for my skin type. So anyway, I need to get it out. I need to finish it. Next, I have the Herborian BB Cream. This is in the shade Claire. I do have progress on this one. Let me see how far down this goes. I don't know if there's an air bubble, but that is where I am. And I just, I want to finish this. I've had this for a while. I really do love the product, but it needs to get finished. This is another one I've had forever, and this is a long discontinued foundation by Physicians Formula, the Healthy Foundation. Wow. This is in the shade LC1, and it's one of those that has the doe foot. I hate that. Oh, shit. My card is full. All right, I'll be right back. I had to change the memory card. Anyway, here is the foundation. I could use this right now. It's a nice shade. Anyway, I want to finish this. I've never used it. So this again is another one that's probably going to be a little bit challenging. All of these will be. Next, I have from Marc Jacobs, the Genius Gel Foundation. This is in the shade Beige Medium 34. It's dark for me right now. I want to say I'm like here. I am seeing a little bit of a line there, so maybe that's where I am. Like I said, I want to finish this guy. I really do like this foundation. It's a nice foundation. It was discontinued, and when I heard it was discontinued, even though I had never worn it before, I went out and bought like 3 bottles. That's what I do. All right, next up I have from Flower Beauty, the Light Illusion Luminous Makeup Foundation. This is in the shade Porcelain L1, and I definitely have progress on this. I want to say I'm about halfway done with this guy. I need to let it sit so I can measure and mark. But yeah, this is probably going to go into one of my year-long projects this year, in 2024, excuse me. So yeah, but I've had this one a while and I've used it here and there. I want to finish that one. And then the last foundation I want to get finished is the Revlon Color Stay in the shade 200 Nude. I love this one. It's one of my favorite foundations. I would absolutely buy it again. I'm hoping you still can. And it's that shade there. It's a really nice shade. So those are the 6 foundations that I want to finish this year. Next up are concealers. I have 1 corrector. I know I'm going to finish more than that. Like I'm really close to finishing one of the Becca, old school Becca correctors, but this is one I really want to get done and I need to work on getting it done. This is a Smashbox color correcting stick in the shade Light, and that is all that is left in here. This one's it's like an older product in my collection, and it's starting to get a little bit dry. Like sometimes I sharpen this and it kind of breaks off. So it's a great corrector for me in the summer. Not really for right now, but it's a great corrector for me in the summer, and I need to get this pencil out. There are other formulas of correctors that I prefer over this, and I just want this done. Then I have 4 concealers. I think all of these except for one have some progress on them. The Urban Decay Naked Skin. This is my last one of these. I think I have a corrector, but this is the last concealer in the shade Light Neutral. So I do have progress on this one. I want to say, well, you can even see I've got windowing all the way down here, but it's about here is the one at the top. So I don't know how much is in here. I don't think very much. Still has the stopper. Yeah, there's not much left in here. I want to finish this. This is so old, it needs to go. This also needs to go. I've had this one for a while. The Catrice Liquid Camouflage High Coverage Concealer. I'm working on this in a project right now. I don't really like it. So, but yeah, I'm not at the point yet where I can take out the stopper, but I'm getting really close. So I definitely want to finish this in 2024. Then I want to finish this Tarte Shape Tape in the shade Fair Light Neutral. These take so long to finish. And I've used this, but there's still a ton in here. So normally I'd put probably a 5th concealer in here, but considering how long these take to finish, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to torture myself. And then the last concealer I want to roll out and finish is by Ulta Beauty. It's the Full Coverage Liquid Concealer in Light Neutral. This is the last one of these that I have. So yeah, this one's more of a summer concealer for me. And I'm just going to swatch these next to... Actually, let me take off this Smashbox. I want to see how these stack up with each other to see which one I'd work on in the summer and which one I would work on like now and next fall, winter. Okay, well, I almost got them in the order of shade. So this one is Tarte Shape Tape in Fair Light Neutral. Actually, I might have. The next one is the Catrice Camouflage Concealer. That's in the shade, oh, what color is this? Light Natural. The next one is the Ulta Full Coverage Concealer in Light Neutral. And then lastly is the Urban Decay Concealer in Light Neutral. So you can see the difference between the four there. So I'll definitely focus my time at the beginning of the year on these two, which is good because I feel like the Catrice concealer is very dry. It's not that it's dry. It dries fast when I apply it. So then I have to be really quick with my sponge to get it blended out. And so if I mix it with the Tarte, I think it'll be a good, like, emollient. It'll be a nice consistency, so I won't have to rush. All right, so those are the 4 concealers and then 1 corrector that I want to finish. Next up, I'm going to do powders. Now, I would probably do a bronzer, blush, highlighter, cream stuff first, but we're going to do powders now. So the first one I have, I don't know if how I'm going to feel about this one. I may end up decluttering it, but I have this MAC Mineralized foundation, and it's a loose foundation in the shade Extra Light. This may be cakey. I'm thinking I would use this as a powder, but if it ends up being like a really cakey powder, I may end up decluttering it because I can't do that. But I'm going to have to give it a try. I can also try using it as a setter, like a powder that I use to set my eyeshadow primer. So that may be another option. We'll see. Next, I have the big daddy of them all. I have this La Mer, the powder. This is from the original packaging way back in the day. I'm working on this in a project now. There's still a ton of product in here. That is kind of the last time I marked it to see where I was. So, I mean, you can see I've made really great progress, but there's still plenty of powder. I only use this to buff at the end of my makeup look. So it takes a while to get through this, but I need to finish this. I've had it forever. Then I have 2 powders that I have franken together. This is in my NFL project. I want to say the next 2 powders are, and I have frankened the By Terry Hyaluronic Hydra powder and the Maybelline Fit Me Loose Finishing Powder. And I want to finish both of these in the year. So this container has the amount of product that I'm currently working on in the NFL project. And there's not a ton of powder left in here. I'm hoping I can finish it before that finale. And then this has what was remaining from frankening the 2. So I want to get both of these out of my collection. And then the next item is a pressed powder. This is by Pure. It's the 4-in-1 pressed mineral makeup. I did not like this powder at all. It was a cakey mess on me. So I actually frankened this one as well with the, let me grab it. Where is it? Well, I don't know where I put it, but it's the RCMA No Color Powder. And so that's what's left in here. So I basically scraped everything that was in this pan because it was so awful. And I frankened it with that RCMA powder. Because I do want to finish that RCMA powder too, but here it is. It will take forever. I mean, this is still how much is left in here. Oh. It takes forever. That's for another year. But this year I want to get this powder out, and this is what's left of it. So those are the powders I want to finish. Now moving on to bronzers. So I only have, there's 2 that I want to finish. The first one is a cream bronzer. The Tarte Breezy Cream Bronzer in Seychelles. This is a deluxe size. I can't read how much is in here. 6 grams. It's very teeny tiny writing. I do have pan in this. So I want to get this guy finished. I finished a cream bronzer last year and it kind of got me motivated. So yeah, but it was like a deluxe size stick foundation, a stick bronzer. But yeah, I want to finish this one because I think I have a backup of this, or it's in another like a face palette. Then I want to finish the bronzer in this Hourglass palette. This is the Ambient Lighting Edit Sculpture. And this is the next face palette from Hourglass that I want to start working on. And I started to use this bronzer. I'd rolled it into a project for 10 uses. That is the bronzer and Natural Bronze Light. So I want to see if I can finish this next year. These are smaller pans, so they're a little easier to use. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you the bronzer by itself and then mixed with the face powder. That one's in dim light because I prefer it over dim light, or with dim light, I should say. So that's on its own, and that is with dim light. I just find it to be a much better match for my skin tone. So I'm working on this powder here to hit pan, but I do want to see if I can finish the bronzer this year. We'll see. Then the last item I'm going to pull into the bronzer category is I'm going to pull in the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Bronzer. This is in the shade Medium. I want to hit pan in this. Now this one I've had, you know, it's a beautiful bronzer. I feel like I've used it and haven't hit pan in it. So this may take a while. It may not happen. There's the bronzer there. So we'll see if I can do it. Anyway, those are the bronzers that I have rolled into my plan to pan. Moving on to blushes. I have several here. The first three are liquid cream blushes. So this may be a little bit of a challenging feat, but I'm going to try to see if I can hit my goals on these three. I have other cream blushes and projects with other goals, but these are the ones that I really want to focus on. So first one is I want to finish this NARS liquid blush. It is what here? It is really close. This is the, what do they call this? Liquid Blush and Orgasm. Now I'm going to mix this up because it's got like, it's always kind of broken up a little bit, but this is a beautiful liquid blush. I love it. It's beautiful. And I've made such great progress on this. I'm like, I can finish it. I can finish it. I see the light at the end of the tunnel. I can finish it. So I want to finish it this year. Then I want to finish the blush portion of this Wander Beauty On The Glow Blush and Illuminator stick. Yeah. The blush is the shade Bear. Wow. So here is the shade, and then here is the amount of blush that's in here. I think I can finish that. There is the shade of the blush. I'll blend this out a little bit. There we go. There's the shade. So yeah, I think I can finish this. It says that it's got 6 grams, which is a lot. I think 5.5 grams. But I think I can do that in a year. I mean, I wear makeup every single day, pretty much. There's maybe a day a month that I don't wear makeup. So maybe a couple, but that's it. And then the third cream item, blush item that I'm rolling in is a ColourPop Super Shock Cheek Blush. This is in the shade Birthday Suit, and I just want to hit pan in this guy. This is really pretty. I love these cream cheek products from ColourPop. So there is the shade there. Nice pink shade. So yeah, hit pan in that guy. So those are the 3 cream cheek products. Then I have a couple of powder blushes, one of which I want to finish. The one that I want to finish is by Benefit. This was in a Cheek Leaders palette that I depotted, face palette that I depotted, and this is in the shade Rockateur. And you can see I have pan there. I think this will go fast. Now that there's pan, I mean, I've had pan in this for a while. So there's the shade there. This is my oldest face palette. I need to finish it. And then the next 2 are actually both in this Tarte Amazonian Clay Color Wheel blush palette. I just want to hit pan in 2 more shades in here. I'm not identifying which ones necessarily. Well, I am identifying one. Because I'm putting this into another project to hit pan. This is a shade Mod. So here's my palette. I do have pan in the shades Concept and Icon. So I have identified Mod as the next shade I want to hit pan in. or one of the next two. And then I'm not sure which one after that. So we will see. But I want to hit pan in 2 more shades in here. That would be amazing. All right, moving on to highlighters. I have one cream highlighter. I want to finish the Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Beauty Light Wand in the shade Spotlight. This is currently in a project to finish, so I would like to get this done. I love this product so much, I want to always use it. And then there are 3 powder highlighters, 2 of which I want to hit pan in. The first one is the Wet n Wild Mega Glow Highlighting Powder in Blossom Glow. I love these Wet n Wild highlighters. They're so pretty, but I don't have pan in any of these, and I have several. So there's this blinding highlighter. I love it. It's so pretty. And then I'm working on both of these in projects now. This one's in Throwback 30. And I don't remember which one this one's in. But this is the Makeup Forever Pro Light Fusion Undetectable Luminizer in the shade number 1. Where's the shade number? Oh, I think it was in this white box that's all rubbed off. Anyway, it's the lightest shade. So here is this product, and I am starting to see some of the waffle pan over on this side. So that's where I've been concentrating my brush. Like, you can kind of start to see the indents of where the waffle pan would be. So that's what I'm working on, and we'll see if I can hit pan. So I'll hit pan by the end of the year. I don't know if I'm going to hit pan before the end of the project. Anyway, there is the bronzer, the highlighter there. It's not a bronzer, it's a highlighter. And then the last highlighter that I have is one that I want to finish. This one's going to be very difficult. By Dior, I have the Dior Skin Nude Air Luminizer in the shade number 2. I have a backup of this, so I need to work on this one and get it finished. As you can see, they're all lighter highlighters, which is typically what I prefer because I have fairer skin. But what's great about these is I can use these to mix too. So there is the Dior highlighter. There's still, I have paint in here, but there's a lot of product left in here. I don't know if I can do it, but I'm going to try. I think those are all of the face products. Now we're going to move on to eye products. The first thing I'm going to share with you are the eyeshadows that I want to work on. This is totally excluding that palette that I have planned. This is just like extra, right? So the first thing is I had this in this project last year. I just want to get some use on this, and I'm going to do the same thing this year. I just want to work on it, and this is how this is looking now. And I have how many? About 6 empty pans in here. So I would like to have a couple more, 2 or 3 or 4 more empty pans. That would be amazing. There's, a couple of matte shadows here that I think I can easily finish if I remember to use them in projects. I've used several of these to franken, so I can continue to do that if needed. And I did roll this one just into a project recently to use 5 times or finish, whichever comes first. So yeah, I want to get some progress on this. Now there's 2 eyeshadows in here that if I don't finish, I don't care. This one and this one. So this is the silver. That's Icicle in this Gold Rush shade. I just don't wear shades like this at all. So if I haven't even touched it. So that's fine. The rest of this I do want to try to finish eventually. But this year, I just want to make progress on this. I want there to be a significant difference between today and the end of 2024. The next 3 are single products. The first one is a cream product. This is by Mally. The Shadow Stick Extra in the shade Over the Taupe. I'm not a huge fan of shadow sticks. I find them to be an extra step that I don't necessarily need. This isn't a project now to finish. I don't know if it's going to happen, but I'm going to keep working on it. There's the shade there. And yeah, there's still a ton of product in here. These take me forever. Forever. Lord save me. Then I have from Stila one of their liquid eyeshadow products. This is the Shimmer and Glow in the shade Freedom. Yeah, this one was in my graveyard project, and I thought to myself, well, and I even mentioned this in the video, if I don't finish it, I'm just going to consider it done at the end of this project. That didn't happen because I can't like throw this away. I want to finish this. This is a beautiful product. It is dry, so I do have to, spray something in here fairly consistently. Let me go ahead and do that right now to kind of rehydrate it. There is it's beautiful. And I know I can finish this if I work on it. So that is the goal, to finish this. And the last product I'm rolling into this project is an eyeshadow by MAC. This is the shade Blanc type. I just want to finish this guy. Get it done. MAC eyeshadows take forever. I do need to repress this one. But yeah, it needs to get finished. Next, I'm going to do eyeliners. I have several here. These are some of my older eyeliners, and I'm just going to, let me start with pencil liners. So I have, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 pencil liners. The first one is the first one is a deluxe size from Sephora. This is their contour eye pencil in the shade Love Affair. I finished this one in 2023, and I want to finish another one. I have like 3 of them, or I had 3. I think I still have 2 more. I need to get them out. The next one is also a deluxe size by Urban Decay. It's the 24/7 Glide On Eye Pencil in Voodoo. Actually, I didn't show you what these look like. So here is Love Affair. It's a eye pencil that I can use almost like a black. And then here is Voodoo. I love this color so much. Next up, I think this is a deluxe size. This is from Mary Kay. It was a gift from a friend. I don't have anything else on here except to say that I know it's the shade Navy. And there is, let me just see how much is in here because I don't even know. Please don't tell me this is a full size in small packaging. This may have been like a prototype or something. Crap. I didn't know that when I pulled it in, but we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. So we're gonna see how far I can get with this. This would actually be pretty mixed with, I like to do that sometimes. I like to mix liners on my waterline. So here is Navy, and I'm just gonna see what it looks like mixed with Voodoo. Let's just see. Ooh. So that may be something I do. Next up, I have another colored liner. I'm trying to work through my colored liners because I have so many. From Physicians Formula, the Custom Eye Enhancing Eyeliner. And this is from a Warm Nude Eyes trio. And this is a bronzy shade. And yeah, I got to start working on these more consistently. This is not my go-to eyeliner. So I think these are all going to be very challenging for me. Like these last 3, they're going to be tough. Yeah, we'll see. Then I have, let's see. I have one more colored liner. This is by MAC. It's their Technical liner in the shade Raisinette. I do have some progress on this. Not much. Here is the shade, and then I'll show you how much is left in here. This is also like a dark brown. I really did enjoy using this one. So there's a lot of product in this one. But the roll-up pencils, retractable pencils, tend to go by faster. And I have 3 out of the 4 so far that I've shown you are 3 out of the 5, are like that. The next 2 are black liners. I don't think either of these will be a problem for me. The first one I have is the Gwen Stefani. This is her Line It Up 24-hour gel pencil. This is in the shade Spiderwebs, which is just a black. This right now is one of my favorite waterline black eye pencils. It does not get all over my contacts. I freaking love this. So I've used this much of it. I'm going to go ahead and try to finish that. And then next I have, and the last pencil liner I have is the Clinique Quick Liner for Eyes Intense. I think this is a gift from Valerie, or it was a gift with purchase. But anyway, there is a swatch of it. This one doesn't move. Oh, and this one clicks up. So I can't show you how much is in here. But I don't think this one moves like budges once you put it on your skin. I think this travels in my waterline. I'd have to try it again because I want to say this got on my contacts. But I'm going to have to try it again. If that's the case, I'll just use it on my top lash line. All right, and then I have 3 liquid liners. The first one is, I'm trying to finish all of my old Kat Von D tattoo liners. I really do love this liquid liner, but a lot of these are older and they just don't last for very long. So I'm just going to try to get rid of them and then buy a brand new one. So again, I have a Kat Von D like deluxe size tattoo liner in Trooper Black. I have another deluxe size. This is the Maybelline Master Precise All Day Liquid Liner. I've never tried this one before. It seems like a nice, applicator. So we'll see how that goes. Is that a... Yeah, it seems nice. Although I think that's a felt tip, which is fine. And then lastly, I'm going to see how well I do with this Bite Beauty Upswing liquid liner. I wasn't expecting this, but it's actually one that has like a well down here, and it's a brush applicator. So we'll see how I do with that. I think this may be one of my older liquid liners in my collection, so we'll see. I heard great things about that liquid liner. So, and I'm not a person that does wings. I just line my lash line, but I do like a good, liquid liner for that purpose. So those are the eyeliners I want to get through. Next up, I have brow products. I have 4 here. This one's probably going to be... I'm like, this one's going to be hard. This one's going to be hard. This is by Benefit. It's the Gimme Brow in the shade number 4.5. So, I used a deluxe size of this and it took forever and I'd already had progress on it. So, I have 2 of these. It's not my favorite product. I just need to work on it and get it out. Then, with this product, I think I'm going to have to use it with this liner or brow product. This is by MAC. It's their Eyebrows pencil in the shade Lingering. I think this is a little bit too light for my brows. There's the shade. I mean, maybe not. Maybe once I put it in, it won't be so bad. And this is also a clicky product, so I have no idea how much is in here or how much is left. So we'll see. But I've had this in my collection forever. It needs to go. Same with these next 2. I have the Ulta Beauty Ultra Slim Brow Pencil in dark brown. I'm working on these right now. One of these right now. I really do like this product quite a bit. And then lastly, I want to work on and finish the ABH Brow Wiz in dark brown. I was going to try to do a brow definer, but I was like, stop torturing yourself. You did one this year. Let's not torture yourself again next year. So I'm going to try to get through these 4. But honestly, once I finish these 3 pencils, I will probably work on the brow definer just to start working on getting it out of my collection. And I kind of use this almost like a brow gel on top of a pencil. Yeah, so we'll see. I may change my mind on how I use it. The last section in the eyes category is mascaras. And there are a bunch here. I do typically get through a lot of mascaras because I do a lot of layering and I do like 3-ish to 4 coats. So what I decided to do is to roll in the remainder of my deluxe sizes. Now this is insanity to me because I used to have a crap ton of deluxe size mascaras and this is all that's left and I'm so excited. And a lot of these were purchased in the last, or I got somehow in the last year and a half, which is a miracle. So let me show you what I have. The first one I have is by Lancome. It's the Lash Idole mascara. These are all deluxe sizes. I also have a Lancome Monsieur Big. Then I have from Clinique the High Impact Mascara. This is not my favorite, but I can use this on my lower lash line. From MAC, I have the MAC Stack Mascara. I don't know anything about this. We will see. From Milani, I have the highly rated Anti-Gravity Mascara. Again, one I have never tried. So we'll see how this is. From Kat Von D, I have the Go Big or Go Home Mascara. This one's a fine mascara. I'm using it right now. It's not like a holy grail favorite, but I'm not minding it. Then I have from Rare Beauty, I think this is the Perfect Strokes Mascara or something. I had pulled this into some project. I talked about it. I think this whenever I hauled it, somebody commented and said it was a really bad mascara. So We'll see. From Too Faced, I have the Better Than Sex deluxe size. I have 2 from Estee Lauder. They're the same mascara, the Sumptuous Extreme Lash Multiplying Volume Mascara. So there's 2 there. And then the last one is one I'm not a big fan of, the Benefit Roller Lash. So that's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11 deluxe sizes that are left in my collection. We're going to get those out. And then I have 4 full sizes. So I have the Tarte C Surfer Curl Mascara, the Milk Makeup Rise Mascara, the Tarte Lights Camera Lashes Mascara, and lastly, the Urban Decay Lash Freak. So those are the 4 full sizes that I'm going to work on as well. I usually finish way more than that, but these are the ones that I have identified to use in this project to make sure I finish. Let's move on to lip products. I'm going to start with lip liners, and I actually have a bunch this year. These are all, most of them are pretty like well loved. So let me share with you the ones that I'm going to try to finish this year. From Sephora, I have one of their, I don't remember what they called this. I don't know. It's their lip liner in the shade Lovely Lilac. That is all that's left in here. This was a deluxe size that I had purchased, and I have one more of these, so I would love to get this one out of my collection. From Essence, I have their lip liner. I don't think they call it anything else, in the shade Satin Mauve. That is all that's left in here. Now, this is a drier pencil, so it typically takes a while to, you know, you have to go over your lip line a couple times to get it to actually like show up. And I didn't swatch Lovely Lilac. I will do that now. So yeah, there is the shade Satin Mauve and Lovely Lilac. From ColourPop, I'm going to try to finish this one. It's their lippy pencil in the shade Bound. So that is how much is left in here. And yeah, this is a nice like neutral shade. There's that one. From Jordana, I have the Easy Liner for Lips in the shade Baby Berry. And I do have some progress on this. I think I've used about 1/3 of it, but there's still a ton in here. Now, again, since this is a retractable pencil, they're easier to finish. But there is Baby Berry. Then I have 2 from MAC. Now, these are going to be hard because these take forever. The first one I have is in the shade Edge to Edge, and it's the longest one. This one, I think I have at least one backup of. So I would like to get one of these pencils out and finished, or at least close. So there's Edge to Edge. Then I have the shade Whirl. Now, I had this in, I want to say Partners in Cream in this year, 2023, to use like a quarter or something, and it took me all year, and now I want to roll it into a project to finish. I don't know, it's a lovely color. So there's the shade there. Let me get those crusties off there. So those are the 6 lip liners that I'm going to try to finish this year. We'll see if I can do it. Next up are glosses, and I somehow have like 7 here that I want to finish. So 2 are ColourPop. They're both the Ultra Glossy Lip. First one is in the shade Nonsense. Now, I rolled this into a project for a usage goal, and I was like, wow, there is not much left in here. It still has the stopper, so there's still a good amount of product in there, but I think I can finish that. No problem. Next, I have the Ultra Glossy Lip in Finders Keepers. Oh, I didn't swatch it. I've been really bad about that today. So there is Nonsense. Really easy lip gloss just to throw on something else. This one is Finders Keepers, and this one's definitely more pigmented. It also is a stainer, which, I mean, I don't really love that. It kind of stains pink, but I'm so close to finishing this. I'm like down to here, so I'd like to get it done. From Buxom, I have the Full On Lip Polish in the shade Dominique. This was originally clear, but it has turned to pink because I, put it on top of other products. And yeah, I have so many of these still that I need to work my way through. So it's just a clear gloss. So I want to finish this little deluxe size sample. From Marc Jacobs, I have one of their enamored lip glosses, the shade Sugar Sugar. This isn't a project currently to finish, so I'm definitely want to get it out. I think I have at least one more of these. So there is Sugar Sugar. This is beautiful. From Laura Geller, I have a Color Luster lip gloss in the shade Cookie Dough. And this is, again, a deluxe size. Has 5 mils? 3 mils. I'm sorry, 3 mils. And I remember I put this on and I can't remember what was the project, and it was beautiful. So there's a shade there. 2 more. From L'Oreal, I have the Infallible Paints lip, I'm calling this a gloss, in the shade Nude Star. I didn't think I was close, but I feel like I'm sort of, here's the product. I feel like I'm close to finishing this. We'll see. I was like, well, I'm just going to roll it in to finish. We'll see how I do. This is beautiful. Oh my gosh. There's the shade. I love this one so much. And then lastly, this one, I pulled it in last minute. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this because it's not in a year-long project currently, but it's the NYX Butter Gloss. This one is in the shade Angel Food Cake. This color is stunning. If I was going to repurchase one of these, it would probably be this shade because this color is so beautiful. There it is there. Oh my gosh. And I don't think I've ever used this. So there's a ton of product. I mean, it's a full 8 mils. Like most of these have half that. Oh no, this one has 8 mils. Shoot. How much is in here? These have 2 mils. Anyway. So those are the lip glosses that I have identified to finish. I do have 2 liquid lipsticks that I want to try to finish. They're both by Bare Minerals and they're the same formula. The Gen Nude liquid lipstick. The first one is in the shade Icon. And I had rolled this one in, no, I'm sorry. This is the shade Juju. I also have Icon. I had rolled, Juju I didn't have in a project, but I have a full size of this. So yeah, it needs to go. There's the shade. It's beautiful. And as you can see, based on this, I do have about half of this done. So I would love to get it finished. I don't think they tell you on here how much product is in here. And then the second one is Icon. This is a nice nude, kind of cool toned nude shade, which I love. So I'm going to try to finish both of these. We'll see how I do. All right. I'm going to take these off and then we'll talk about the lipsticks I want to finish this year in 2024. Home stretch. There are a bunch of lipsticks here. I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna first show you the deluxe size ones that I have. There's a bunch of little babies. So first one I want to finish is a Tom Ford lipstick. This is in the shade Thomas. It's the lip color matte. So here is the packaging and here is the shade and how much is in here. So I have used this, but not much. So I want to finish it. I mean, I have, but there's still a decent amount of product in here. Next up, I have 2 from Clinique. The first one is actually already in a project. This is the shade Mocha Pop. This is their Clinique Pop lipsticks. I think this is a cream. Yeah, this is one of their cream formulas. So this isn't a project currently to finish. I mean, I've barely touched it. But it's one that I'm going to start focusing on because, like I said, I've got another project to finish. So there's Mocha. I think this is in Throwback 30. Then I have the shade Love Pop. And I do have some progress on this one. Here is the shade and how much is left in there. And then if you compare it to Mocha Pop, you can see the progress. And I think I have another deluxe size or a full size of this one. So I want to work it out of my collection. So there's Love Pop. And I think this is also a cream formula. Next up, I have a deluxe size from Marc Jacobs. This is in the shade Slow Burn. And this one has not been touched. I have a full size of this. So this one needs to go. I love, love, love this color so much. Love it. And then I have 2 from Bite Beauty. The first one is the shade Gazpacho. This isn't a project to finish as well. And that is all that is in here. I think I can do it. It's a red, but there's not a ton of product. So I think I could do that. And there is the shade there. I finished a red lipstick last year or this year in 2023. Then the second one I have is their Power Move matte crayon in the shade No Nino. Oh gosh. as I fling it around. This was a deluxe size sample, and I will show you. That is how much is left in here. This is also in a project to finish. This is gorgeous. Oh my goodness. Love that color. All right, the next what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The next 8 are to finish. Full sizes to finish. I have 3 from Bite Beauty. I'm really trying to work my Bite Beauty lipsticks out because they're, they've been kind of gone for a while. So the first one I have is the Amuse Bouche lipstick in Dragon Fruit. This is one that I identified last year to try to finish, and I didn't do that. So I'm going to try to finish it this year. Ooh, Lordy, it's bright. Same formula I have in the shade Pink Salt. This one is in a project right now to finish, and that is how much is left in here. This is one of my favorite lip color shades from Bite Beauty. Right there. Gorgeous. And then the last one I have identified from Bite Beauty is the shade Sake. Another one I had in my Plan to Pan last year, and I didn't get it done. So there's the shade. I can do it. There's not much left in here. Look how gorgeous that is. Jesus. I have 2 identified from MAC. The first one is the matte lipstick in the shade Mare. And that is how much is left in here. And there's the shade. I'm not crazy enough to put full size, like untouched lipsticks in here because I would never finish them. Then I have the satin lipstick in the shade Brave. This one is in a project now. And there is Brave. Then I have an old Urban Decay lipstick. This is the Vice lipstick, Sheer Ladyflower. And there is not much left in here, you guys. That is it. So it's going to happen. It's going to happen this year. We're going to finish it. Yes. There's the shade. And I have one from Kat Von D. This is the shade Magic. Their Studded Kiss lipstick in the shade Magic. This one is a sad, sad broken lipstick. Look at this. Sad. Try to get a swatch here. But I want to finish it because there's not much left in here. I mean, I can finish that somehow. And the last lip product I have is a Revlon lipstick. This is in the shade Sassy Mauve. I panned this in, I want to say Beauty A to Z a couple of years ago. And yeah, there's not much left in here. There's the shade. Let's get it done. So those are all of the items I want to pan in 2024. I really enjoyed picking all of these items out this year. And I did the same thing last year. I really enjoyed kind of rooting through my collection to see what do I want to get out and work on, etc. So anyway, this is a very long video. I'm so sorry. But thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully you're doing well and staying safe. Please hit that subscribe button and I'll see you guys next time. Bye. Then I have a couple of cheek powders. Cheek powders. What? They're both by Ben. Okay, bye.